Okay, so what can I say? I am honored, humbled, and excited. One of the things I want to share with you is that when I learned that I was being honored in this way, I said, oh my goodness, I'm the first person at the Walt Disney Company to be inducted into the National Invention Hall of Fame, Inventors Hall of Fame. And later on, someone said, no, you're the second. I've got an ego. Didn't like that. They said the first one was Walter Elias Disney. I actually had a choke and throat. It's so amazing. As you may know, I have 106 issued patents, but I chose one as the patent of record, the one that goes in and you can say this is the, and it's for Where's the Fire, an attraction. It's no longer at Epcot, but it was designed to, it was technically complex, good, but it was designed to teach families how to protect themselves against fire dangers in their homes. And I think the thousands and thousands of people who learned from it how to protect themselves made it the invention that I thought was the most aligned with the Disney spirit, which is an amazing spirit of doing work in service of making people happy. When people ask, do you enjoy your job? Are you kidding? I get to create the things that I'd love to see myself, and it is always in service again of making people happy and enjoy themselves. So thank you, National Inventors Hall of Fame. This is a great honor, and I can't wait to encourage the young people like the one who introduced me. She's right, where'd she go? And it warms my heart to see young people pursuing careers in the sciences and especially in inventing, but also people who have, in some cases, not had the opportunities as others may have had. So this is a great honor. Thank you, National Inventors Hall of Fame. I think my upcoming was a little different in that I came up as a kind of a poor kid in Brownsville, Brooklyn. And I didn't have the role models that some people might have had, but I did have parents who, well, let me tell you, had not gone to college, so they couldn't help me in some ways, but they were absolutely supportive of anything I wanted to do and help me in any way that they could. And I've told the story where my dad was sort of an itinerant inventor himself, not a professional, but would make different things. And he brought a few things home. I talked about it earlier: battery, bulb, bell rang. I had to be, it's probably one of my earliest memories. And I, heard the bell ring, and I, saw the light, and that lit my entire career. I was fascinated by electricity, by electronics, by things that I could do in my own world. And I became a person who built all kinds of things. When we talk about role models, since my parents weren't those types of things, I never saw an engineer until almost the time I was one. In my neighborhood, that wasn't, a major thing. So I loved Barney on the old Mission Impossible show, right? The guy who always did all of the electronics and saved the day, and he's a hero of mine. Uhura from Star Trek, who was the only technologist that I could look towards and say, oh my God, there's a black woman doing something that's technical, and just fascinated me. So that's how I got my start, and with the unstoppable faith in parents. I think parenting was important to all of us, whether the parents were super educated or not. The belief in their children that they can do what they're destined to do and do it well is foundational, I would imagine, to all of us. Well, two things that you had brought up, I think, earlier is collaboration. If I find, I'm very good at technology things. I partner with people who are great artists, right? I will say this, and it's just funny thought came to me. When I was in high school, I went to Brooklyn Tech, which is the high school of sciences, and we had to learn how to do mechanical drawing with, the old T-square and draw and everything, and I hated it. Right? I am so happy that I can draw any of the things that I might want to have someone else who's more talented fabricate. So I think art, imagination is critical and works with technology and its innovation. So they go hand in hand. And one of the things, if you work in a place like this where you have excellent technologists and excellent artists, I think that is the success story for the Walt Disney Company. Art and science go hand in hand. And one thing
Last
I
comment.
wanted to see, this may be the last comment. Curiosity, I think, is a huge driver. If you can raise a child's curiosity about a thing, I was curious about all things electrical, all things science. I wanted to learn more about those things. I also wanted to do things with what I learned, right? So we have to stay curious. All of us are curiosity driven, and it's a key to success. Imagination, the solution to the curiosity, and also enjoying the thing that you actually were curious about and you make, and you can see it. So often, I've said this in the past, how do you decide which things to work on? Quite frankly, it's like, I want to see a thing. I have to want to see a thing. Once I have that, I'm going to drive to do it, and I have fun doing it.